What we started here 5 years ago was something unexpected. Started the organization after the 2008 crisis, was appalled by what's happening, was appalled by the ignorance of a lot of people. These are going to be very controversial discussions. We're here to provide solutions. We're going to talk about emerging markets. We have three speakers today. We have Tom Speechley, Nick Martin, Renato Tichauer. How do you really define emerging markets today? And what makes them so appealing to each one of you?
I define it as a very fast growth of the middle class. And it is fast growing, and it has to be a middle class, because if rich people become richer, it won't change the economies globally. Poor people that become middle class, and then they will buy millions of cell phones, of shoes, of shirts, of everything. And this is what makes a difference.
Well, first, there's no such thing as emerging markets. It's a completely nonsensical term. You're trying to describe 150 countries. It's meaningless. And so you have to start redefining the question. So what do we mean by emerging markets? There have been some fairly clumsy attempts to disaggregate that. I mean, there's a concept called BRIC, I'm sure you're well aware of. Still to this day, I have no idea what Brazil and Russia have got in common with China and India.
We like countries where there is tremendous underlying economic growth, driven both by demographics, wealth creation, all of that, and a dearth of capital, which is essentially impairing the development of these countries, which plays in two ways. One is there is relatively less competition for investments in those countries. And as you do this, you actually play a pretty big role in the development of those countries. So by ricochet, you have a very positive impact.
We split the economy up into three things. Anything related to the government, we just avoid that like the plague. We don't particularly like B2B type businesses either. But if you're just going direct to the consumer and selling them ice cream or something, a lot of those things, as Renato said, will come out in the overall cycle.
Sure. At the end of the day of reckoning is coming. It's coming. It's going to be much worse than 2008. I am not Mr. Gloom. The train has left the station. Whatever you can do, you can stop to a certain extent. You can't. It's too late. Just brace yourself. Just brace yourself to what's coming.